Chapter 12 Forest and Tribes. Have you visited a forest? Do you know that forests are very important and play a vital role in making air clean, providing rainfall, and providing materials like honey, meat, skin, etc. There are specific groups of people living in forest known as Adivasi. These are tribals for people that depend on forest for their survival. But now deforestation has increased to a great extent. We should conserve our forest. In this chapter, we will learn about forest, deforestation, and various conservation measures undertaken by the government and local tribes. So now, let us read how is it explained in our book. A forest is a large area of land thickly covered with shrubs, herbs, climbers and trees. Forests have always been the most widespread and useful natural resource. Importance of forest. Forests are essential for our survival and growth. It is desired that 1/3 of the total area of the country should be covered with forest. At present, only about 1/5 of India's total area is forest. Forests are an essential part of our environment. They are useful to us in many ways as follows. Number 1, forests play a major role in making the air clean. Number 2, forests are greatly responsible for rainfall. The leaves of trees transpire water, leading to the cooling of the air. Number 3, forests are home to many species of wildlife. Number 4, forest animals provide us with honey, meat, skin, etc. Number 5, the parts of forest plants such as eucalyptus and cinchona are used for making medicines. The oil from eucalyptus is used to relieve pain, whereas the bark of cinchona tree gives quinine, which is used for curing malaria. Number 6, forests provide us wood and bamboo for cane basket, paper, furniture, etc. Tribal life. A small population of our country lives in forest. These people are known as tribes. In India, tribal people are known as Adivasis. They depend upon land and forest for their living. Many communities of tribes live in different states of our country. They are different from one another in terms of culture, language, customs, religions, etc. Look at the pictures of main tribals of India. These are the tribal people. Tribal people are very colorful and loving. Tribal dependence upon forest. Tribal communities are dependent on forest for satisfying most of their needs. They look for food, fodder, medicine and building materials. Number 1. They collect and eat fruits like custard apple, wood apple, tamarind, edible berries and many other wild fruits. They also eat roots, stems and flowers of some plants. Number 2. They use wood as a fuel for cooking and heating homes during winters. Wood is also used for the construction of houses. Leaves and grass are used for making the roofs of these houses. Number 3. The tribal people use neem, cinchona, amla, etc. to cure diseases. Number 4. Many tribal people practice shifting, cultivation or jhuming. They clear a patch of forest land and cultivate it for a few years. Deforestation. The felling of trees on a larger scale is called deforestation. It has seriously affected tribals. Deforestation causes soil erosion and tribal land also becomes infertile. Climate becomes warmer. A rapid increase in population has led to the clearing of the vegetation cover for doing agriculture tasks and for setting up cities and towns. Forests are the natural habitat of tribal people. Due to excessive deforestation, tribals are being forced to evacuate the forest and settle in urban areas to earn their livelihood. However, due to different lifestyles, customs and illiteracy, tribal people find it difficult to adjust with city life. They lost their traditional means of livelihood. Conservation of forest. We have to protect our forest not only because they are useful to us, but also because the survival of future generations depend upon them. Our survival is related to forest. We must conserve them. Number 1. We must plant and grow more trees. The process of planting new trees in place of felled trees and developing them into forest is known as reforestation or afforestation. This includes growing trees on wasteland areas and common land areas of village. Tree saplings can also be planted on the sides of the roads and canals. We should use forest products judiciously. Forest should be converted into national parks and wildlife sanctuaries. The government has passed an act to protect forest. Under this act, no forest can be cleaned without the permission of the government. The felling of trees is totally banned for lumber companies. People are made aware of the importance of forest conservation. Van Mahotsav is celebrated every year and lakhs of trees are planted on that day. It was initiated by K.M. Munshi, an environmentalist in 1950. We should take care of plants and should not fell them. Awareness programs should be launched in forest region to encourage people to protect forest. People should get inspiration from the Chipko movement. The popular Chipko movement launched in Uttarakhand was very effective. The movement made the people realize the value of forest and made them united to protect the trees from illegal timber contractors. Interesting fact: a protest was started against the destruction of forest in the Terai forest of Garhwal. This movement was led by Chandi Prasad Bhatt and Sundar Lal Bahuguna. Keywords: tribes, the people who live in forest. Deforestation, the felling of trees of forest. Afforestation, planting of trees on wasteland areas, common land areas, wrong sides and along canals. Chipko, hug tightly. Now children, let us revise what we learned in this chapter. Now I know. The felling of trees on a large scale is called deforestation. Forest is large areas of land that is thickly covered with trees. Tribes depend on land areas and forest for their living. Different states and regions have different tribes. One Mahotsav and Chipko movement are few initiatives to protect forest.